folks, you joined us live once again, and we have finally arrived at the point which, to be honest, I suppose what the shed idea was born out of in the first place, to give me a space to work when the weather mightn't be all that good, or that it'd be just too cool to be outside. Now, as I say that, I'm looking out the window and the day is making a complete liar out of me because the sun is after coming up. But even besides that, it's easier for me to work in here now that I have the bench and we can space things out, and I actually can't believe the amount of room that we have for doing bits and pieces. So you join me for a development that I am not only happy about, but I'm actually quite proud, because I've made no secret from the time we started the vegetable farming operation that growing spuds was the thing that really excited me about it. Now, any of you that have followed this disabled life on Instagram, as I was saying, if you follow me on Instagram there, about 10 or 11 days ago, you would have seen where myself and my sister actually lifted our first crop of potatoes, and you will also have seen that they have since gone on to make a gorgeous dinner with a lump of steak and pepper sauce and the whole works, but that's neither here nor there. I will say we did get it, well, I did. If Susie was here, she probably wouldn't have, but I did get a little bit of a surprise when I harvested them to realise that they were actually baby potatoes. But in my case, that was actually a pleasant surprise, because I would nearly rather have baby potatoes anyway, because I find the normal potatoes very filling, and only 2 or 3 spoonfuls or forkfuls of it, and I'd be full before I ate anything else. But all of the above was just a preamble, because we noticed, I may have mentioned it in a video earlier this week, I'm not sure, we noticed the other night when we were coming in, trying out the lights and all that, that the second lot of potatoes are ready for lifting. So you are actually with us as we are going to lift them live on camera. I will just get Susie to come in beside me, and I know she is going for,
I don't know.
the cat.
I was thinking maybe putting some of these out your way.
Oh yeah, clipping back the stalks before we.
So you get your hands dirty.
Yes, and sure, isn't that what it's all about? Yeah. If you start them there.
Yep, I'm on now.
I tell you what we'll do.
Yes.
If you pull them out, I'll pull the spuds off them and throw them into the book.
Yep. Right. So see you. Nah.
I'm not going to do a bit of work
Ah.
on me. Always the desired outcome in these situations. Paradise by the dashboard light.
There's some there.
Right, and there's one now. I know they look small, but
Boy, hold on, let's bring over this little thing that we have here.
oh, you have the other bucket for the stalks.
Yeah.
Incidentally, don't worry folks, this is not a good tablecloth.
Take off my ring.
And take yes, we can have the old seal of approval getting damaged. Oh, now, look at it. Look at the size of that lad. And you see the fork will actually come in handy because there is.
Maybe this will be handy for you actually. I'd say short handle nearly. Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
there's another one. If you can just get a lift at it.
Ah, you may get the hands in.
Yeah, but they're good for. Now, what we'll do is we'll have to wash all of these before we bring them over to the house. There is another one.
Oh, sorry.
Just. Oh, you dropped it back into it. Forgot. This is right. Yeah.
And your dad actually missed the
First lot.
first lot. He didn't have any, so he was in the hospital. So
Yeah, we can give them room
for dinner.
for dinner this evening. Every little helps. And you see folks, the beauty of having the concrete floor in here is we can just take off the tablecloth, shake it down, then bring in the yard brush.
Oh
Oh, we had a spillage.
no, it's fine.
We had a spillage. I already feel justified for buying some of the tools I bought because they're all getting used today for various different jobs, eh? And again, I'm sure I may have commented on this at some stage so far on some of the videos, but I cannot recommend these grow bags highly enough.
They're great.
I mean, absolute, oh Lord, now we may just have hit the mother load, or either that it's a good big ball of clay with nothing on it, but the roots are that big, we'd be there's one going in anyway.
Right.
We have indeed hit the mother load. Oh ho, now. And there is an absolute mess, but that is,
Sure, look.
that's part of the attraction. More here even, I think. Yeah, there's definitely one here.
Stop looking at the dirt in your hands. Come on.
Wow, Jesus, look at that, that's right.
I suppose we should plug Dermot Hillard for.
Yes, by all means, we should have actually done it after the first crop, but and I see by the way you're operating there that you obviously recycling the compost. And fair play to Susan, she has sort of dug them in the bag for me, with the result that I can just grab hold of them out of nearly the one spot in the bag. No, there's more there. There's more there. With the result that I can just dip my hand into the bag, and I think that is about all we're going to get out of it. Out into the yard and wash them.
Yeah.
Now, folks, just more technicalities of recorded live. The battery died there momentarily, but like Roy Keane once said in Saipan, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Luckily enough, we had replacement batteries on site, so we are now heading over towards the outside tap to wash the potatoes and the bucket they're in, because we have another little surprise for you when we go back over to the shed, but it wouldn't be a surprise if I tell you what it is now, would it? So I will hand the bucket to the boss, and
Back in a minute.
and we'll get back to you when we have them washed. And now, folks, thanks to the wonders that is an outside tap, we now have the finished clean products. And if Susie just pans around for a second, the viewers will be able to see we have somebody keeping it. Look, and he wakes up the moment he thinks he's on.
Buddy. Hiya, buddy.
Yeah.
Hiya, buddy.
Bud.
No,
No,
he done.
he's done for
He's
the
done.
day. Now we'll bring you back to the shed, and I will get back to you in a couple of minutes, and we'll see what we'll get up to. Right, we're back in, and this essentially, ladies and gentlemen, is why we do it all. I am just very proudly bagging up our first, well, our second potato crop. The net bag is being a pain in the ass, so I just asked my better half to this is the first time we've done this, so we'll come up with a way of doing that someday as well. The words bungee cord comes to mind. Well, you know, as we were saying, when you think of the small amount of seed we had started, get the old steak onto Marina maybe. In honor of the situation. Whoop! Catch that after before he runs away, love. Yes, and she said to me to hold her up so you can get a proper look at it, which I hope you can.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm noticing? There's actually fair weight. Now it's not. We won't be putting parallels out of business or anything like that, but look, every little journey has to start somewhere. And when the boss came home from hospital the other evening, he informed us that not only is he going to give us a little bit more space to work with, but that he might even join in on the job himself. I heard mention of planting scallions and lettuce and that, so by all means, if it's doable, we'll do it. Darling, are we going to put down those cabbage plants that your father very kindly
Yeah.
sourced off Mr. Hillard and we'll just
No, these ones we sourced off my work.
Oh, my apologies, Sonarta. They actually come out of the Sonarta Ecology Centre in Laytown where Susie works. Well,
They sell them.
They sell them and they sell all manner of vegetables and whatnot. And I know they have a lovely vegetarian and vegan friendly cafe up there. If you're ever up in the area, please check it out. And while I think of it before she reminds me, she actually has a history walk organised on for up there for next Sunday. Between what time and what time, dear?
2 o'clock and 3:30.
2 o'clock and 3:30, and admission is
€10.
€10, and while you're there, be sure to go in and check out the cafe and sure maybe buy some of the vegetables and whatnot. But we're back, folks, and we are just about to break new ground again, as far as I'm concerned anyway. We are about to plant some cabbage plants, which, as I was saying before we left you there a couple of minutes ago, came out of the place where Susie works, Sonarta Eco Centre in Laytown, and I am just putting a fresh bit of compost into the bag because, number one, a big part of being self-sufficient at jobs like this is to reduce, reuse and recycle, as a famous advertising campaign said on telly a couple of years ago. And I hear a text coming in on my phone, but I'll have to wait till Susie comes back in and see what that was. Let me see. Pull up the flaps of the bag and see where we're at. Oh, we can go a good bit further. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, reduce, reuse and recycle. So, after we lifted the potatoes there a couple of minutes ago, we discovered that there was a good amount of compost left in the grow bag, obviously. So we I just got him the fork and gave it a bit of a stir, and then I'm just adding another bit into it before we put the cabbage into it. Now, it's our first attempt, or certainly my first attempt anyway, at growing cabbage, so it's going to be very much a learning curve. Susie may or may not have done it in her job, although I don't think she has either, because in her job they actually have gardeners employed outside. So, but what her dad Alex has told us is to just put two plants per grow bag, which actually suits me because again it means that we're getting more use out of equipment we have, then might have been. Now, folks, when we were out washing the potatoes, I said to you that we might have a bit of a surprise for you. But here I have to come clean and say that that surprise I was talking about was actually the bagging of the potatoes. But when Susie was out just putting the cabbage plants in the grow bag out to start them off, we discovered that the carrots are also ready for lifting. So not only are you guys getting bonus territory, I am getting bonus territory myself, and I will ask my assistant to come and just have to go and wash them as well for me and put the green stalks in for composting or something. Again, well, this is the obvious, because this is the first year we're trying veg farming at any level, but these are the first carrots, and my God, look at that. That's either a very big lump of compost, or there seems to be plenty of little orange fellas on it, which there is actually.
There is.
Jesus, look at it. And I tell you,
Yeah.
you wouldn't see anything like them. And there's the last one. Well, we think it's the last one anyhow. Right, so repeat the drill.
Wash.
Back over to the tap, and then you come back and bag, and go back in and present them to mother and say, now folks, back in after giving the carrots a going over with the outside tap. We are again pleasantly surprised with the yield of such a little bag of seed. We will have to check when we go back in. I think it's in the garden diary
Yeah. Hello.
when we put them down, so at least if we know how long it takes to grow them, we can go about. Because I'd imagine there's definitely late crop potatoes that can be got, and we could have carrots or God knows what for the back end of the year to give the mother a hand on the Christmas dinner front. What else did we discover when we were in today? And I'm just going to reverse out of the way because ourselves is just about to take down the dust sheet, and this could go drastically wrong if I get in the way, so just get out of the way is the safest option. What was I going to say? As she just puts the bun into Oxford light back together again. When I say back together, it wasn't broke, just the letters in the nifty little thing tend to move around a bit, so as I was saying, now that we've disposed of the carrots done with for now, and what we will do is go in and look up the garden book and see what we can put down now, because it's only August and I'm certainly not able or willing to give up on the year in regards growing stuff or doing some sort of farming already, as the baby potatoes try to escape out of the bag, but that won't be happening. We'll go in and consult the book and see what we can put down next. I think I may have started to telly and stopped again as per usual with me. We also discovered we have another few little jobs to do. The rechargeable floodlight is now in need of charging, which, when you consider that it only got about 20 minutes charge on Sunday and it's been out here ever since, is a very bloody good shift work put into it. The small handheld sprayer does need new batteries in it as well, and at some point, possibly not this evening, but very soon, we must take the big sprayer out of the box and see how we go about assembling it. But I don't mind admitting, and I know in some of the videos earlier in the week I did mention my energy levels and how they're a little bit suspect, shall we say, so I think I may have enough done for today anyway. So we'll go in now and deliver the 2 packages over to my darling mother and do a bit of I was going to say do a bit of a clean up, but while I've been waffling away here, darling has it more or less done. So we'll go over to mother with the 2 little bags of presents and we'll talk to you all soon.